My daughter had trouble sleeping last night. She brought home the latest issue of GeoTrek, brought to us by the Weekly Reader. On the cover, the lead story, When Temperatures Are Leaving the Arctic on Thin Ice. Of course, such an issue on climate change wouldn't be complete without the pictures of those cute, cuddly polar bears. People are entitled to their opinions, but one would hope that when disseminating information to grade schoolers, that information would be factually correct, not politically correct. I explained as quickly as a parent could to alleviate the trauma a young girl was experiencing from reading this booklet, that the pictures were probably shot during the Arctic summer, when it is warm enough for humans and their cameras to take them. Seeing how it was summer there, that would explain the thinning ice packs, not global warming. I then sent scans of the booklet to Dr. Tim Ball, chairman of the Natural Resources Stewardship Project, a renowned environmental consultant and former professor of climatology at the University of Winnipeg, for his opinion on the contents of this Weekly Reader publication. Dear Bob, the exploitation of children is despicable, and this is a perfect example. First, let me quote Mitch Taylor, probably the world expert on polar bears. Here's a comment he made last year. It still holds true today. Of the 13 populations of polar bear in Canada, 11 are stable or increasing in number. They are not going extinct or even appear to be affected at present. Mitch has lived in Nunavut for over 30 years and agreed with the Inuit who were saying the counts by flyover scientists were wrong. He said the Inuit were right. There just aren't a few more bears. There are a hell of a lot more bears. That should help my daughter sleep better tonight. Too bad I can't reach the hundreds of thousands of children who've also read this booklet. Dr. Ball continued, the article is wrong because it assumes the bears depend solely on the seals for food. At the Alaska State hearings on polar bears, Tina Cunnings, a biologist and polar bear expert, pointed out they descended from grizzlies and have retained the ability to change diets and scavenge successfully on land. This helps explain how they survived previous warmer periods than today, when ice conditions were significantly less than today. With regard to the ice, which is at the heart of the issue, the GeoTrek article is very selective and extremely limited in its information. The map it uses shows summer conditions only, and that is deceitful. We only have accurate records in the modern era from 1980 to the present. Every winter, about 16 million square kilometers of ice form. Here is a satellite image for April 2nd of 2007. Here is a map for August 1st. And here is the map for November 27th. The public doesn't know that about 10 million square kilometers of ice, equal to the area of the U.S., melts every year. There have been no reports that the ice has formed more rapidly this year than any in the satellite record. They haven't told the public that Antarctic sea ice was the most on record. Apparently there's a lot the public hasn't been told, especially to kids who are the most impressionable. If those at the Weekly Reader truly believe humans can stop global warming and wish to debate someone who truly knows the issue, I can set it up. But there's no nobility in indoctrinating little kids in an effort to turn them into little liberal eco-activists. It's cowardly, and intentionally sending kids to bed crying is just plain sick. I routinely receive emails from liberals with all kinds of statements about the war, lying Republicans and neocons, they like that word in particular, and going on and on about everything their beloved Democrat Congress is not getting done to their liking. At times, I'm compelled to respond, yet most of the time, neither do they. I know I'll be giving thanks this year that despite all the efforts of the nefarious Bush-Cheney administration and its sycophant minority who despise dissent and demonize dissenters, I still live in America where dissent and questioning government is the very foundation of our democracy, no matter how much neocons want to deny or change that. In a time of universal deceit, telling the truth becomes a revolutionary act. Truth, John Sodrell. John Sodrell doesn't appear to have a website, thus a place where people can express dissent of his ideas. I've responded to John's emails and finally, after days, finally got a response. However, I'm not alone when it comes to his liberal spamming. Sodrell seems to be typical of the left. They truly believe their ideas are so superior that a debate is beneath them. For more than 2 years, I've invited John, anyone from Media Matters, some from the Daily Kos, especially Amy Goodman from Democracy Now! To debate in any forum agreeable to them. Nothing. All I get are these damn spams. I thought setting up a debate with the liberal intelligentsia would be easy. After all, they'd be debating someone they'd feel an increased superiority towards. We all know how little liberals think of black people. They show their pity whenever anything bad goes down in the black community and come to the rescue. They bring awareness. Few results, just awareness. They swoop in to exploit blacks for political gain because they obviously believe blacks are too stupid to help themselves. With that, what kind of a threat could I be? Still nothing. So tell y'all what, I've done all I can to engage liberals in dialogue whenever they've reached out to me. Like a fool, I've responded to some who claim they want to debate, just to have them change their minds after weeks of deliberation or blow me off altogether. Stop wasting my time. You may consider yourselves intellectually superior, but if you're unwilling to put those brains of yours to the test, you're just a bunch of big-mouthed, spoiled brat cowards. You can indoctrinate little kids all day, but you won't risk having your gray matter bruised if, heaven forbid, someone may just prove you wrong even once. This is Outside the Wire for the deaf. My daughter had sleeping my daughter had sleeping. This is a great start. During the Arctic summer, let me go back one more time. I am not alone when it comes to his liberal spamming. Sodrell won't risk having your gray matter bruised if I know I'll be giving thanks this year that despite the my daughter had trouble sleeping last. Here is a satellite image for April. Apparently there's not a whole lot. Am I supposed to keep going? Are you trying to get the microphone to work or the PA? There you go.
I got it.
Okay.